Okay folks, have a look at this. Just planted my stick in the ground. Right, I'm not doing much videoing on this walk because I need to get going. I got away from camp about 1:15 midday and I'm heading up to Van Berlingo via the lower route, the valley route, and there's a fair way to go. So I'm not videoing much. I'm hoping to do some radio at the top, and there's a net on. It finishes at 4, sometimes earlier, so I want to get a wriggle on. So I'm out. Have a look on UKCB TV. There should be some radio stuff coming up on there for those who follow me on there as well. But that's what I'm dealing with. Rain's coming in. Can't really decide what to do at the moment. So there we go. But such is life. Anyway, that is not even where I'm going. That's just part of it. Where I'm going is right round there. I come to a lake. I don't know if it's Lily van Vach or Lily van Vaur. I'm not too sure which one's which, but it's one of the two. And then I do a steep climb at the end. On the way back, I'm going to do the ridge route, probably down that way. And probably tomorrow I will replicate this location, apart from the fact I'll go up that way and back down this way. That's the plan. Okay, wish me luck. Okay folks, I wasn't going to do much video while I'm walking today, but in case I don't come past here again tomorrow, there's a little water crossing I've got to do in a minute, which could be nasty. You've got to be very, very careful when you're walking alone, because there ain't nobody here to save me. Anyway, it's quite a nice little mini waterfall here. And it's lovely around here as well. So what's not to like? I've not seen anyone at all today. In fact, I don't see many people here walking at all now, although I do tend to come out during the week. It does seem to be dying out somewhat. I guess the older generation that used to enjoy this sort of stuff is now either retired or gone on. But there we go. I'll still keep at it because I love it. Anyway, I think just over there it opens up into more open countryside and I can build up a bit of pace. I've been gathering altitude all the way, and apart from the last sort of sting in the tail of climbing up to Van Berlingo itself, I should be alright. Okay folks, right, I've made it to the lake in 2 hours and 15 minutes. Really pleased with that. Not knackered at all now I've got to the location. I did suffer a bit of despondency and lag in the middle of the walk, but I've overcome that. Showed the lake. The wind is ferocious. I've had hailstones, you name it, and I've still got a sharp climb to go before I get to the peak that I'm hoping to get to, Van Berlingo. So I'll spin you around. Apologies for the wind noise. I might have to put some music over it or something because it's terrible. Oh, sit down a minute. I don't want to sit too close to the edge or whatever on wet stones, because I dare say this gets used as a urinal. Anyway, I'll catch you soon, guys. Conditions have taken a terrible turn for the worse. Hunkered down here a minute. Hailstones, high winds, terrible. Anyway, I've got all my layers on. It's awful conditions today. Well, thank God that storm seems to be going that way now. I've just been pelted to bits by hailstones. Oh God! Wow. Oh. Anyway, that's where I was. I don't know if I'll come out again some more because everything's soaking wet. Anyway, there's a pedal van and Corn D over there, and that's where I've just been. There's the lake. Going back on the ridge route this time because I can walk faster. Like really, legs seem to be cramping up a bit as well. Really, for September, it's quite savage, really. I've used everything I've got. My wool pullover, which is great. I got my coat on top. My legs are wet. If I'd known it's going to be this cold, I'd have worn an extra layer underneath. But yeah, I've been good. But hey ho, quick evacuation, I'm alright. That's a nice looking area down there with those trees and that lake. I wonder what that is. I'll have to look that up. Anyway, my other phone, I got the separate microphone plugged into. That's batteries just flat as can be, so I'm recording this on my already phone, so the audio's crap, I can't help it. Emergency situation virtually. Anyway, I'm going to keep walking, otherwise I don't like to stiffen up now at the end of that. It's a fair old walk, but I've got that Madras curry and I've got a couple of beers back there waiting for me, so that will dangle the carrot in front of my nose. Right, probably about 3/4 of the way back now. This rainbow there, see a very slight double rainbow there. Looking at that, that sheep is at the end of the rainbow rather than a crock of gold. Imagine the ancient people looking at that and think, oh my God, what is it? Bow down and worship. So yeah, it's down over that hill and there's a horrible little steep bit at the end. But I have to say these wider boots have been absolutely brilliant. Apart from the fact they're not particularly waterproof. But it's the only ones I can find in a wide fitting. So can't have it always. Hopefully I can dry them out enough to go walking somewhere tomorrow. But we shall see, we shall see. Yeah. Bit more rain coming in as well, so I'm glad I evacuated my location up there. I was in a position really that I was really shivering and I was on the point of I think hypothermia. So it was either climb into my emergency survival bag up there in that stone shelter and try and hunker down, or get the hell out of there. I chose the latter because I thought, well, if this is just going to turn into hypothermia, then the next thing that's going to happen is I'm going to have to try and call MRT, Mountain Rescue. So I wasn't injured in any way. So I thought I'll hightail it out of there, and I did. Leg was on the verge of cramp all the way back as well. Not all the way back, but for at least the first hour of walking. So don't you dare go full cramp on me, you swine. But luckily I managed to walk it off. But yeah, amazingly cold for September up there. And probably when I get back, because generally it's like a summer's day, if I see anybody down there, they won't believe what I tell them it was like at the top. But hey ho, there we go. Okay folks, 3 hours to get back, mainly because that really picky last bit. It's absolutely gross, that last bit, awful. But there we go. I must come back here though, because there's another trig point up there I like the look of. Perhaps I should reduce my obsession with having to get to the very highest point all the time, because that's not very high there in comparison to where I've been, but it looks like a nice walk. There's a nice forest with a lake in it I spotted from the top as well, so there's a lot to investigate around here. I'll have to look at the proper mapping from OS. Anyway, I've been see those, I got a hill in the foreground, then you got the next one, and then you can see the dark mass there that's up in the clouds now. I've been all up round the top of that lot, so pretty pleased with myself. Not particularly knackered, to be honest. A couple of the steep bits done me a bit, but I think that's more because I was in shock from the weather. It almost made me give up, but you don't have an option to give up when you're up there solo. Either that, or you're coming back on the search and rescue helicopter or stretcher with MRT. I don't fancy doing that, so I think I made a good call getting off there, even though the weather was still pretty shit. But I didn't want to hang about there and get hypothermia, so anyway, I've come back unscathed, took it steady, 6 hours of walking, and I did a bit of my radio stuff up there at the same time, so I'll see if anything came out as far as footage is concerned of that, and I'll stick that up on UKCB TV if it has. Okay, let's get back and get that Madras curry going. Okay, tied up as best I can. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to dry out. To be honest, it's very difficult to get things dry as you head into the autumn and winter. But there we go. Anyway, my walking boots are soaking wet, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do much walking tomorrow. I think I'll just do some admin around Berlingo Base Camp and have a walk down to the church and have a look around the churchyard. So yeah, that'll do. So I've done 6 hours of really arduous walking, including my semi-emergency evacuation off the top of Amberheiniog. And there we go. So next time I will research some other routes and see what's what. Anyway, nice big bright half moon up there. Not that it shows up very well on the camera, but believe me, it is. A nice clear sky as well. So when I go out to just swill the crocs over down by the tap there a bit later on, I should get to see a nice array of stars in the sky. So yeah, as you can see, I've looked, well, the fields down there are shut. I don't know what's up further up camp there, but I got a feeling I'm the only one here, which probably says something about me, really. If there's ever any sort of social event or anything like that advertised in these places or anything like that, no thank you. So I am a loner in this respect, and that's just the way I am. Never bored. I'm as happy as can be in an empty campsite. So there we are. Anyway, nice trees around as well, very alpine-esque, and we should get some nice colours. Now we're heading towards autumn, so yeah, I'm pretty pleased with things. I'm not going to be too despondent about not being able to go walking tomorrow, because I've had a really good one today. So right, let's get our Madras on, stop gas bagging, and get inside cosy. Got 3 beers today because I mowed one from last night, so good times, good times. Right, so starting to prepare the Madras, boiling the bag rice. I can't say I'm a massive fan of boiling the bag rice, but it's what I've got. And just got some water coming to the boil, hopefully soon. And that French Army cook set, look, it fits perfectly in there. It's designed to do it, so that should assist that. And also you can keep things warm, and you can actually, probably that gets hot enough to cook something in there as well, at least heat something through. So cracking little cook set. It's a 3-piece job along with that, so that's all jolly grand. And then I got a fair sized portion of the Madras as well, so what's not to like? So that and a choice of 3 ales tonight, so I'm going to crack on with that, guys. Alright, first beer, Razorback by Ringwood Breweries. So that's going to be the first one of the evening. Anyway, I've got two more chilling slightly. Now I don't get them ice cold. Or better hurry up, that's coming to a boil. I don't get them ice cold, because you don't do that with ale. It's just to make sure they're not warm. So there we are. That's what's going to be the first one. So I'm going to get that rice in, and I'll let you know what the Razorback's like. Right, that rice will now be done. I was thinking about actually trying to warm the madras in there at the same time, but there's a bit too much of it, and I could see the whole thing hitting the deck and it'll end in disaster. So let's just knock that off a minute. Trying to do this one-handed. I haven't got room for a tripod or anything like that in here at the moment. Okay, so that's had 12 minutes in there. Try to find a fork and hook that out. Which end is it? Thingy. There's the thingy. The loop. I'm just going to pop that in there to drain. Ditch that water, and then let's get that madras warmed up. Only take a minute or two. It's already cooked. Look at that bubbling away. That madras smells beautiful. It's only like a cooking sauce, but bought some cheap pieces of lamb, frozen ones. Batch cooked it to mitigate our latest government's intention to tax us to buggery. So looking to save money. And there we are. Let's get that dished up and yeah, enjoy along with the Ringwood beer. Steaming away. It's hard to make a curry look nice because at the end of the day it does look a bit from down below, doesn't it? So yeah, yes, let's sample it. I'm sure it'll be gorgeous. What I did is sear the meat first, cook the curry with some onions and some mushrooms, and then just left it overnight in the crock pot, and then it gets softer and soaks up all the flavour from there. Let's try it. It is absolutely gorgeous. What a perfect thing to have after a long walk in cold weather. Oh my god. Okay, second beer of the evening, and it's a Shipyard from the Portland Marine, USA. American Pale Ale. And I have to say, it's jolly nice. I like that. I like that. I really do. Righto, last one of the evening is a Hobgoblin Ruby beer. Give that one a try. DVD on in the background. No, the other one was nicer, the Portland. I like that one a lot. This is alright, but I did like that American Pale Ale, I must admit. Well, pretty much the story of my time here at the moment. Sunshine and torrential rain.